Welcome to Football Friday. I'm Ralph Irvin, and even though it's spring break here on campus, students may be away, but the football staff is here because spring practice starts on Tuesday. I'm pleased to be joined by UCLA head coach Jim Mora. And Coach, you got to be excited. Once again, spring ball is right around the corner.
Yeah, it's coming up. First practice Tuesday, April 2nd, and I think the staff's excited. I think the players are ready to go and get out there and get after it again.
A year ago, going into spring camp, you didn't know what you had. You didn't know what it would be like coaching college kids. I mean, there were so many questions for you. How exciting is it for you having some idea of what to expect now?
Well, it's different. You know, obviously know these players a lot better, know what motivates them, kind of know how to push their buttons a little bit, know their strengths and weaknesses. It's fun to have, you know, a year under our belt and still going into our second year with the same system offensively, defensively, and special teams. So our players will have a better understanding of what we're trying to do, how we do things, and we should be able to make some pretty tremendous strides this spring.
Well, I know that one thing that you mentioned in your press conference with the media was talking about the fact that you expect them to grow off of last year because they now are familiar with all the systems.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, we should make a significant jump in our understanding of our systems and our understanding of how we like to play the game, what our expectations are. I think it's really important that we push each other this spring, that we apply pressure to each other and not accept mediocre and not accept mistakes, and really strive for greatness every single minute of every single day. And so that's going to be our attitude going into spring.
Now, working here in the athletic department, of course, I run into players all the time, and they've said throughout the winter how much tougher this winter was than a year ago. I imagine that people thought last spring was intense, but you expect that intensity to go up that much more.
Well, I think it has to. I think the level of intensity, our level of expectation has to rise significantly. If you want to get better, then you've always got to push. And so, you know, we didn't accomplish anything close to what our goals are last year. We're on the right track, and we're heading in the right direction, and we're excited about the future, but we're not where we want to be. And so to get where we want to be, we have to, like I said, we have to demand more intensity of each other. We have to demand a higher level of accountability from each other. We have to apply more pressure to each other, and that's what we're going to do this spring.
And can you talk about the difference pro to college? When you would go from one season to the next, you knew who your core was, and you'd try to grow with them and build around them. Here in college, now you lose players, and you've got to replace them. Yeah,
you lose them, and you don't get the replacements until fall. So spring, you know, you're a little bit depleted in terms of your numbers. You know, in the pros, you experience free agency, but that's one or two players. And we've got 19 seniors that are gone and a couple other guys that have decided to graduate as well. So big changes every year. But that's why when you can get, you know, quality freshmen in here and get them indoctrinated into your system, and it's their chance to play, they should be ready to step up and do it and provide, you know, what we need to win.
Well, and the one thing that you have is when you have the depleted roster, you get to see guys that maybe you haven't had a chance to notice previously.
Yeah, you get a chance to look at more players. You know, one of the things that we try not to do here is put any limitations on anybody. You know, be the best that you can be, and we're going to give you that opportunity. We want to promote competition every single practice, every single day, every single drill of every single practice. And so more players get the opportunity to get out there and compete. And, you know, someone that you may be overlooking for whatever reason all of a sudden starts to shine and comes into their own. And so this is just a great opportunity for those guys to get work that's going to allow them to be recognized for what they are or what they're capable of becoming.
All right, Coach. Well, I know I'm excited. I'm sure you're excited. Practice starts again on Tuesday out in Spalding.
7 a.m. Tuesday morning. We'll be there.
All right, Coach. Thanks for the time, and we'll see you on Tuesday.
All right, Ralph. Take care.
All right, that's UCLA head coach Jim Mora. Once again, the Bruins open up their spring training camp on Tuesday here on campus at Spalding Field, 7 a.m. And, of course, the best news and notes on UCLA football, you get it all right here at UCLABruins.com.